Breyerfest is officially over, which sucks, but what can you do? I had an absolute blast this year. Probably not my favorite year, mainly because I just felt like crap the entire time. I do not do well in the heat, and this year the heat just pummeled me. So I sincerely apologize if you approached me, especially like Friday night into Saturday. I felt like absolute crap, and I was basically just trying to focus on not dying. I sincerely apologize if I felt kind of rushy or just grumpy, because frankly I was, because I felt crappy. So enough about that. I met a bunch of great people. Got a few really nice horses. I sold a lot of stuff too, actually sold more than I bought, which was my goal. What we're here today for is to show off the Breyerfest loot, which I know all of you like to see. So I only bought about 20 horses this year. Well, let's just get started. Alright, so I'm going to start with my new guys that you probably saw in the stain cabinet behind me, because I basically ruined the surprise by rearranging everything, and then move on. So first is Necktozhe. He is definitely in my top 3 horses I brought home this year. He is a 2010 or 2009 connoisseur, I believe. All I know is that I've been dying for one of these guys since they came out. I never got picked for a connoisseur ever, and even if I did, 13, 14, 15-year-old me could never afford them. He is number 130 of 350, and he's a gorgeous sort of bay Rony Sabino with a skunk tail, and he is just fabulously done. He's actually one of the connoisseurs that was painted in China, but they still did an excellent job on him. So I absolutely cannot wait to get him out in the show ring. Next I have Spring Break. He's a Palomino Appaloosa newsworthy from the Sunshine Celebration in 2011, which is one of those events similar like the Big Easy Bash, and he's one of 80. I worked out a trade for this guy. He was actually one of my top wants for this year, so I'm super psyched that I was able to pick him up. So he's number 9 in my newsworthy conga, and he's just kind of hanging out with my other rare newsworthies in the stained cabinet. And he's another one that I'm really excited to get out into the show ring. So next, might as well just do the celebration model. This is Simba. I'm not gonna even try to pronounce the rest of his name because I cannot speak a lick of French. He's a Bayron on the Roy mold. I still don't know how I feel about him, to be honest. I did like the promo pictures a little bit better, and his eyes make him look like he's a little loopy, but he's cute. I mean, I have 3 of them because we got 3 tickets. I'm not gonna really show him or anything. He's just gonna be a shelf sitter, but he's cute, and I mean, it's a free horse, so you really can't complain about him. And next, I finally got a stupid Argyle, because the tack shop I was supposed to get mine from kind of blew me off, so I finally picked one out. I actually don't know how I feel about this guy in person. I don't really like the face, just like this weird transition. It almost looks like he's blushing. So he's actually not my favorite Othello, but obviously you gotta get him to keep the conga going, so he's gonna just be a shelf sitter as well. And plus I have enough Othellos showing his shires and all that crap, so I really don't even have room for him in my string, but he's cute, and he's an Othello, so he's good. And then another conga guy, I got Astru. He was a web special this year, a few months ago, that I entered for and did not win, but I needed him for my Cleveland Bay conga, and he's number 13. I ended up trading for him as well. He's just a simple dapple gray on the braided version, and he's cute. Haven't decided if he's gonna go into the string yet, because I usually show my glossy O'Leary's Irish Diamond as the same breed that I had him down as, and frankly, he's a little bit prettier. Still not a huge fan of how they did this weird square thing going on with the dapples. Again, he's cute, and he's a Cleveland Bay, and I need him for my conga, so picked him up. This guy was my second Quelle Surprise. Again, cannot speak a lick of French, have no idea how to say that, so we're just gonna say Quelle. They're on the Lonesome Glory mold this year, and this is the Chestnut Overo. I actually got 2 of these guys. This is the first time since I started buying the surprises in 2011 that I actually got a duplicate. This is the one I'm keeping of the 2 of them. He has blue eyes. Pretty well done. I was actually really impressed with how well they did the special runs this year as far as details and everything. So that's the Chestnut Overo Quelle Surprise. And this dude was my first Quelle Surprise pull. He's the matte Appaloosa. He's definitely my favorite of the 2 of them. It's a very difficult pattern, but they did an excellent job, especially even just with like the herring. They got perfect. He has all the details, the mottling in all the right places, really nice eyes. He's definitely one that I'm going to be sticking into my show string. I'm really impressed with him. And then another one of the special ones I was really excited about was Haute Couture on the modified Marwari mold. This is another one of my favorite molds, and actually the only complete conga I have for traditionals, so had to get him to keep them complete. He has a new mane and tail and new ears. I will say that I do greatly prefer him as a Marwari. I like kind of his like pissy attitude that he has, whereas this guy is a little bit more mellow. I do think the tail's cool though. big and swooshy. They did a good job with the pattern. He's not perfect as far as masking and everything, and I really don't know what to show him as. I don't know if he's going to be shown or not. For now, he's just a cute shelf sitter with the rest of my Marwaris. And then this girl's another one of my favorite purchases. This is Vignette. She's another connoisseur. She was in the last ones on the Cantering Welsh Pony mold. I found her for $40 under her original cost, so I snapped her right up. She had a few issues, but 20 minutes of hair dryers and lust oil, and she is absolutely fine. She's $278. She's another one I'm really excited about showing. She has all really nice mapping, very cute pattern, nice little Gruya color. I adore her, and she was one of the connoisseurs along with Necktozhe that I really wanted to find this year, so I'm happy I picked her up. And this is foiled again. He's one of the new mid-year releases on the Pacer mold. He's a portrait model of the champion high-earning standardbred stallion. And I was super psyched that Breyer finally did a new standardbred portrait because I actually told them at the Big Easy Bash that I wanted to see some. They did so many thoroughbreds and not enough standardbreds, so I was totally psyched when he came out. I even have the little Freeze brand on him. He's just a beautifully shaded bay, and I really don't show regular runs much anymore, but he's definitely gonna enter my show string. He is totally awesome. Okay, don't even get me started on this girl. Chanel is friggin' perfect. Like, I am amazed with this stupid special run horse. She looks like a friggin' resin. She was definitely my favorite of all the special runs, but when I unwrapped her in person, I was just floored. She is awesome. So obviously she's on the new Creedamsha mold. She's by Sarah Mink, so she's my first Minky, and that's awesome for someone who's not a resin collector, so I can finally get my hands on a mink. Instead of being that bright Cheeto yellow that they had in the promo picture, she's like a gorgeously shaded, almost sooty buckskin. Mine has super nice dapples. And just look at this horse's face. Seriously. She looks like a resin. I mean, just the details. Her eyes are perfect. Like, I am floored with this model. She is freaking incredible. Definitely in my top 3. I've never seen a Breyerfest special run this nice. And next, just another simple regular run. This is the Best of British Shetland. I do love the old Hess Shetland pony, so she was cheap and she came home with me. So if you want a cheap little Shetland, she's wicked cute. And this is another guy I've been after for a long time. This is Gus. He was the extra from the 2012 Vintage Club. I got him at cost in the Breyer store. He's actually the only thing I bought in there because I didn't go on Friday morning because I was showing and they really didn't update much for the rest of the weekend. He's just a glossy bay old timer, but he is super well done and he is wicked cute and wicked glossy, which I love. If you know me, I adore my glossies. He's super cute and I love him. Next I have another Cantering Welshie. This is 6s and 7s from Breyerfest 2012. She's one of 400 in glossy. She's one that I really regretted not picking up in 2012 and I've been on the hunt for a glossy ever since, but only just got her this year. So she's just a super cute spotted Cantering Welshie and she looks awesome in gloss, makes her color really pop. So I'm very happy with her. And this is Flexible, yet another regular run. You're probably familiar with him. I actually just came up with a cool breed idea for him and decided to pick one up before the open show so I could show him, and he ended up getting 6 in a really large class, so that was cool. But in all seriousness, I've never had a braided show jumping warm blood before, and I saw some pictures of these guys online and I found if you pick the right one, you can get one with really cool shading. So he's definitely a darker one from the ones I picked out. He's super nice if you're looking for a performance horse or whatever, just like kind of a interesting regular run. He's definitely a good choice. So that's Flexible. Kind of a random buy, but I just got a little Breyer Hound dog. He's from the fox hunting gift set. A long time ago when I was really stupid, I sold off all of my Breyer dogs for wicked cheap, and the fox hunting gift set was one of my very first models that I ever got. I think it was like my second or third model with the gem twist, the fox and the hound. And I sold off the hound, and I've always kind of regretted it just because, I mean, it was one of my original Breyers. So I picked up the hound for $5 and I have a complete set again, so yay. And this guy is another fighter that was high on my want list. This is Poncho Rex. He was from the 1999 West Coast Model Horse Collectors Jamboree, which is a defunct event that was held, I believe, in California in like the 90s to the 2000s. He's like a glossy black Pinto. And I got him for $25, which is an awesome price. He's not perfect, but again, I don't really think I'm going to show him in the first place, so I was totally fine with it. But again, glossy, surprise. He has wicked cool shading on his rump, lots of pinking. Just a generally really well done models, but that's Poncho Rex. This is Enchante, I believe that's how it's pronounced, the Totalus special run. He is another one that came out really awesome. He's a lot darker than the original promo photos showed. Beautifully shaded bay. Definitely been wanting another Totalus for a while. And this little girl is a furrow resin by Vincent. He's a Da Vinci Creations. Vince, I'm pretty sure I just butchered her name and I'm really sorry. She's a cute little like donkey type foal. I'm not a resin collector, but I just thought she was wicked cute, so I picked up one of her from Vince. That's her. She's like about Slake scale. I can't pronounce Slake. Right now she's hanging out with my aquariums actually, so definitely want to get her painted up eventually. And last but certainly not least, I have Parfait, who was the volunteer model this year. My dad actually ended up volunteering this year just as something to do, and if you're 18 or over, you can apply as a volunteer at Breyerfest and basically just put in 8 hours of work, either watching like a craft booth or helping out at a workshop, and then at the end of the weekend you get one of these guys. So he is one of about 160, painted in New Jersey. He's a smart Chickalina red roam blanket appy. Wasn't sure about him in the original photos, but he's actually wicked cute. Really well done. I love how they did his eyes. He actually has an oval pupil instead of those like cuckoo eyes that they've been putting on some of the horses recently. Big appy butt, nicely shaded, and just overall very well done. So that's it for my Breyerfest haul. As I said, I didn't buy too much stuff this year, but I definitely went for quality over quantity, which is always a good thing, especially when I'm trying to keep my numbers in check because I have no room whatsoever. So now I have a crap load of bubble wrap and boxes I have to put away, which I'm not looking forward to, so I should probably get on that. But thank you guys for watching, and hopefully see you at next Breyerfest.